Hi everyone. Um, Today, actually, I noticed through the Matomo Twitter account that they announced that they released a brand new feature, which is called the Matomo Tag Manager. And I just wanted to make like a brief video in order to show you how this plugin is working. So that's not like the best video ever you're gonna see, but I'm just gonna try to show you the main feature that I found out. So first of all, how to install the Matomo Tag Manager. Basically, you just go here within the installing plugin from the marketplace through the admin of Matomo, and then you have here the Matomo Tag Manager. So you just click here on install, and it will download actually the plugin, and you just click on activate. And then what is great is actually what I found out is the Matomo Tag Manager is part of Matomo. Okay, so it's not going to be installed on another website, right? You will not need to configure any database and stuff like this. It has just been installed right here. And if you click here on Tag Manager, you will see that if you click on Manage Container, that you have the possibility now to create what we call a container, which will basically be the main box in which you will put all your tags in. So I'm just going to call it tutorial. Okay, because that's just for the tutorial of this video. And then once it's done, as you can see, you can access through a new dashboard on which you can insert your tags, your triggers, your variables, and your version. And you can just get actually your tracking code here. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to include actually this container tag within my localhost website. So in order to do so, I'm just going to access to my apps. So I'm just going to do something like this. So just going to do this. So I need now to access to my WordPress. Now I need to access to my content, and now I need to access to my team, and now I need to access to my 2017. Okay, and here I am. So now basically what I want is just to include this tracking code within the head tag of my header. So I'm just gonna do something like this, sudo get it header.php. Okay, so I'm just gonna insert my password, and here I am. So I just made a previous tutorial in French. So I'm just gonna remove this one, apps, this container, and I'm just gonna copy and paste the container that I just grabbed. So now I can save it, and if you can see here, the idea of my container is start with XC, and this one is just starting with XC. So I'm pretty happy with that. All I need now is just to access to my localhost WordPress installation and just check that actually my container is present on the page. So Matomo, and here as you can see, yes, I have the good tracking code. So now my container is present within the, let's say, the template of WordPress. And as you can see, it's pretty cool because this is the first time that I can see that to have a Matomo tracking code and not a Piwik tracking code. So that's great. Now, as my container is installed, I'm just going to show how to install a tag. So let's create a basic tag. So as you can see, I can create like 4 types of tags. That's not much, but as you can see, the most important that here are the custom HTML and the Matomo analytics tag. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna create, as usual, an alert in JavaScript, just in order to show you that the custom HTML is working. So I'm just gonna take this line up, and I'm just gonna copy and paste it here, right? So I just want to say, oh, that's a script. So I'm just gonna add an script tag, and I'm gonna add a script tag. Okay. Now I'm gonna add a trigger. Okay, so I need to define when this tag will fire. So in my case, I'm gonna say, okay, when the DOM of the page is fully loaded. I can define actually some specific pages or either some specific variables on which I would like my trigger to be fired. But in my case, it's every time that a DOM is ready, I want actually the information, hello, I'm an alert box, to be loaded. So I just create the tag and now I publish the version. So right now, if I access to my website and I just refresh the page, nothing's going to happen because I have not yet published my container. So I'm going to publish it now. I'm just going to put it a name, a version name. I can either decide to create a version and not publishing it live, but in my case, I want to publish it live. So I'm just going to click here. So normally now it's good, it's published. So if I refresh my page and that I'm lucky, so that's not the case, I'm not lucky. So definitely I should not have picked up the DOM ready and I should have picked up something else. So let's remove that and let's take another trigger and let's take the page view trigger. Okay, so I'm just gonna create this out and now let's update and let's publish it again. So let's say v2 because my first one was not working out. And okay, great. So now if I refresh my page, wow, it works and that's great. So it means that every page view that I'm gonna trigger, well, my script is gonna be fired. So now let's do something else. Hello, like we are on, and let's now add what we call a variables, and you're gonna see that it's kind of fun, right? So variables are value which are dynamic. And in my case, I want to publish a tag which is saying, hey, it's Thursday. So that's pretty cool, as we can see that it's working out. But that's just a custom HTML tag. So I think the huge strength of Matomo Tag Manager is really to be able to work with Matomo itself. So I'm just going to pick up the Matomo Analytics tracking code and show you different stuff. So what I could show you is, when you add a tag for Matomo, it's telling you straight away, okay, in which website is going to send the data to. So by default, is selecting, of course, the enable link tracking. But in my case, I wish I could push some extra information. So let's say, what could I say? Yeah, I could define actually a custom dimension and say something like, okay, that's going to go within the index number 1, and I want actually to store the value. I don't know what I could store, but that could be that could be well, let's take the SEO part, number of H1 element, and if I'm creating this variable and that I'm creating this tag, so of course I need to add fire triggers. So in my case, it's going to be the page view, and that's going to be the page view part. So what I'm asking to Matomo is every time that a page is going to load, I want you to send as a custom dimension in my index number 1 the number of H1 which are presented on the page. And so I'm going to add actually a preview in order to see what's going on. So let's do something like this. Okay. So here it's interesting because it's telling me, okay, the page view has been fired. So we sent within the Matomo Analytics the value value, which is 1. And I guess that's great because we probably have only one H1 on the page. So I'm just gonna check this out. H1, and yeah, absolutely. It seems that actually we only have one H1 on this page. And now it's pretty cool because normally if things are well down, we should see this information actually for today. So I'm just gonna look here if for the 7th of June we have a visit which came for this page and as well the home page. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And do we have any custom dimension which have been sent? So what time is it? Maybe we just have 1 hour of delay. And okay, so let's see now within the custom dimension. I call it null. Let's see if it works. Oh, great. Actually, as you can see, it properly sent the value, which is 1, which represents, in my case, the number of H1 on the page. So that's really interesting, actually. It seems that it works, and well, pretty cool. Okay, so that was, let's say, the brief introduction of what I wanted to show you about the tag manager. So from Matomo, so it's very cool because it seems that you can create any tags that you want through the custom HTML tag, and that you have enhanced feature for Matomo Analytics. You can create many triggers, and including custom triggers. So that's very interesting. For example, I'm very eager to try out the scroll reach or either the window leave trigger, the possibility to create any custom event that you want. And it seems also that through the variables, you have the possibility when you create a new variable to pick up the data layer, to pick up the first party cookie, JavaScript variables, SEO content. So it seems pretty cool. I really hope I will have the possibility to publish many tutorials about how to take in and Matomo Tag Manager and what are the different, let's say, tracking code that you can add with it. So I think it's a major improvement to Matomo Analytics, and that we're going to have a lot of fun with it. I really hope that you like this video, and do not hesitate to comment or ask me any tutorial you would like to have about Matomo Analytics in particular. Thanks for watching.